All right, well, here we are inside this old cabin, and we just got done hiking down, what was it, Laura? Half a mile?
Half a mile.
Half a mile, but down extremely steep terrain. It was quite the challenge, especially for somebody like me with neuropathy, but I did it, all because there's a really cool mine down in here that we wanted to see, and we couldn't get to it with Bob because all the roads into this area are all washed out now. So the only way to get to this mine is we had to hike overland. So we're getting things all set up in here. You can see all of our equipment. We're in this little tool shed. Going down the hill, I broke my camera, snapped off one of the camera mounts, so I'm down to just using one right now, but that's okay. We'll get through the day over here. And then this off to my right that's my chest rig for holding all my air monitors and my pew pew and all that stuff. So we made it down here. We made it down here, and we've got lots of mines around us. So get ready, guys. We're gonna gear up here, and then let me show you what we've got. Look at here. We got a big one, a real big one. And as we were coming down the hill, we saw a lot of open stopes as they're following the vein up alongside the hill. Down over here, we've got a trestle, but I'll show you all this with the main cam right out that direction. But right now it's break time. Break time. That was a tough hill.
It was steep, no trails, not even any game trails.
Definitely.
Lots of limestone you can cut yourself on if you're not careful.
This is going to be a fun adventure. All right, guys, give us a few minutes. We're going to gear up, and we'll get started on this one. All right, guys, there we go, all dressed up and ready to go somewhere. I think inside that hole right there. But before we do that, let me kind of give you the tour of this area. We got a pretty neat mine here, but I do believe we're in like 40s and 50s, somewhere in that area. We just got done hiking down this terribly steep hill up here. There's no way that I'm gonna go back to old Bob going back up that hill, Laura. We're gonna have to find a different way to go around this mountain. But we'll worry about that later. Right now we've got mines to explore. And speaking of mines, take a look at this just beautiful, beautiful ore chute right here. So they were backing trucks up down here, underneath it, bringing the ore carts just like this. Let me show you. All right, so the portal's right over here. So if you can imagine, the guys have one of them big old ore carts, and they're pushing it out, pushing it out. They go right across the trestle over there, off to the edge, open the door, boom, dump it out, and down it would go into the chute, into a truck, and then they would haul it off this site to be processed somewhere else. But as I look at this thing, the whole thing is round nail spikes. I don't see any square nails. And then off there in the distance, take a look out there, guys. There's another massive waste rock pile. You can see the vein on the side of the hill over there, and just this side of that vein, there's a vertical shaft. So we'll walk over there later and check that out, see if it has a manway or something neat like that. But for now, let's focus on this one. From what I can tell, as I was coming down the side of the hill, this has to go in at least 1,000 to 1,500 feet, because the open stope and the workings I was seeing as I was coming down, or at least that distance from the portal going that direction. All right, guys, this should be fun. We're really working for this one today. Let's get started. All right, so as always, first things first, let's get the lights on. Get my light pointed in the right direction here. There we go. All right, let's flip the camera around. There we are. Okay, so this is the little old cabin that we were just in a moment ago. And the reason I say 40s or 50s is because if you look in here, we've got 1940s or 50s cotton braided electrical right there. And there's a more modern box right over there, and everything inside here is all round nails. But yeah, this was acting as some kind of a tool shed. And good place to hang our hat. Yeah. Okay, look at the portal here. Big one. Wow. This is going to be pretty neat. Let's hope it's not collapsed. So as we were coming down the hill, I was telling Laura, I was like, oh, wouldn't that just be awful if we made it all the way down here only to find out that it's bat barred. And it's not.
Yes.
Thank goodness.
Some of them are bat barred around here, and there's some recent signs, but this one,
Yeah.
not so much.
Nope. Let's look behind the door. Nothing on the door. Yeah, seems like the ones that they're bat barring around here are the ones that are closer to the roads, keep people from falling in on their side-by-sides or four-wheelers. Look at the limonite, guys. Straight up, just inside the portal. Beautiful limonite pockets and structure running right along the back of the mine. Look at that. Isn't that not gorgeous or what? There's no wonder they dove into the side of this mountain. Wow. Cool. Ooh, getting chilly in here too. All right. Well, after a hot day like today, we need a good refrigerator, don't we?
Yep.
All right, looking off to the left, we had a bunch of little bugs up in there just having a grand old time. They're having a party. Wait, if you listen closely, you can hear it, Laura. Listen, boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants. All right, what's in here? Uh-oh, I'm seeing big stoppage with, look at, we got a piece of drill steel sticking right in the vein. And then above our heads, oh, we're about to see something massive, guys. I could just kind of see it. Let's get up here. Hopefully we can look up. Well, now that's not very family friendly now, is it? Gee whiz. Okay. Well, then why'd you point the camera at it?
We've seen worse.
Yeah, we've seen a lot worse. Look at the giant stope above us here. Going all the way up there. Oh, and so they were using this, yeah, to funnel down the material to the ore chute right here. All right, further on up there. Oh yeah, we keep going. Okay, I was hoping that this would open up. Let's turn the camera around. And maybe let's go back this way just for a second. Okay, stop. Now let's turn around and look up again. You guys are not going to be able to see it, but oh, I can see it. Yeah, we got a great, well, maybe right here. Look up there. There is a huge stope above us right here. But this pillar right above our heads, they had to leave in place so that the whole place wouldn't come falling down. Big, massive. Okay, that's cool. All right, let's keep going. Wow. Look at the beautiful, juicy, tasty ore in here. Let me get up on that, guys, and show it to you. Isn't that something? Try it with that lighting right there. Look at the crystals in there. So cool. What do you think? Silver or gold?
I would say it looks like gold and silver, maybe.
Yeah, I agree. It's gold and silver. See how they would put the support stalls in and then put the planking up to funnel the ore into the chutes right there? Mm-hmm.
Timber starting to buckle.
Yeah. This is really neat. Well, they took out the rail.
Yeah, some of it.
Some of it, anyways. Can we peek up? Oh yeah. Okay, here we go. There's our stopes. Right there. Looking back kind of the direction that we came. Oh, there's Pack Rat. Hey, Mr. Pack Rat. He's like, yo, it's an alien. What is that thing? Okay, and then way up there. Yeah, little Pack Rat up there. He's just keeping an eye on us. Let's keep going, guys. All right, another raise. More stopage going up. Huh. Wow. We got good airflow in here. Can't imagine anybody's been in here for a while because, as I was saying earlier, the roads into this place are all, well, they're essentially gone. This is what's called an accumulator. So the air went in the one side and came out the other. It's to help maintain consistent air pressure in the lines, especially when you're running compressor lines to the drills for long lengths. Here we have a winds. Going down, had a ladder. Looks like it's collapsed now. Yeah. All right. Let's keep going. Oh, looks like somebody set a fire to this. Why do people do that? Let's see what we got here. All right. Looking up, there used to be an ore chute funneling the ore right here out of that stope, but now all that's failed. Down over here, we may be, I don't think we're on a false floor, no, but we got some workings below us going down at one time before they started to fail. Right down there. All the compressor pipe in here, as well as the accumulators, are still sitting in here. And those are the oldies. See how they're riveted? All right, we got potentially another thing here. No, that's all plugged up down in there. We're okay. No, we're okay. Okay, turning the camera back around. Going deeper into this mine. Now let's look up. Wow. Yeah, I knew that they were getting after it in here. When I saw this one on Google Earth, I was like, oh yeah, it's gonna be we're gonna have to work for it to get there, but I think it'll be worth it if it's not barred, and thank goodness it wasn't. Let's keep going here. Interesting.
You see these samples over here that somebody pulled out?
You found some samples?
Somebody else did. Look.
Oh yeah, I see that. Let's point the camera on the way back.
All right.
Yeah. Nice. Just keeps going, and it's nice and big. You can stand up in this one. I'm really liking that. So it looks like we might be at we're at 375 feet in this one, according to the spray paint. Down here on the ground, I'm not seeing any footprints at all. There's nothing in the mud. No one's been in here for a long time. All right, we're at the 400. Look at the vein. There's still ore in here. Well, they didn't get it all, that's for sure. All right, let's keep going. Try not to fall into a winds. All right, it's getting a little cooler, it's getting wetter, and it's getting colder. Like refrigerator cold in here. 42 degrees, 45 degrees Fahrenheit. Sorry, my Fahrenheit Celsius conversion calculator in my head ain't working today. All right, let's look up here. Another raise back into the stopes. And we're standing on top of what is a collapsed ore chute. I would say that this was worth the hike. What do you think, Laura?
So far, yep.
Yeah,
Not
this
complaining.
was worth it. Let's peer on up in there. Huh. Yeah. Loving the geology. The mineralization is just off the hook in here. Wow. You know, with as many mines as I've explored in my life, I have found so many with still so much ore left in it. You know, this one included. If I wanted to be a hard rock miner,
Would this be your mine?
yeah, I definitely know where there's some that we could go to. This is one of them. Now look at here, guys. I mean, see this pile of dirt before us? Well, you can tell that this thing fell. I don't know when it all came down, but there's no footprints in it. No. Here, can you hold that a minute? Just to kind of give everybody an idea what I'm talking about. See, I know there's been nobody in this mine because you would see footprint, and there ain't none. Footprint. This all came down from our stope right here. Okay. Thank you. We'll keep on going. If you see a really nice specimen, Laura, let's collect one or two.
All right.
Out of here. This big ore chute. And we got a jug of Clorox bleach right there. Probably repurposed. There's a Coca-Cola can. Wow.
January 29th of 01.
2001, huh?
Yep.
On the Coca-Cola can.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. All right. Oh, we got a couple of beer cans. The Meisterbrow. Yeah, because, see, back in the 2000s, that road was still accessible.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of gone downhill over maybe the last 10 years or so.
Yeah. Pepsi. Over here is another Meisterbrow. And all the hoses.
Yeah, that's a 20.
Is that
The beer can, yep.
2020?
2020.
2020. Ooh. Look at this.
How saggy that is. It's starting to buckle on the...
And when that comes down, how much more is going to go with it?
It's a good question. I wouldn't stand under there for long.
No, let's not stay there for very long.
No.
Look at this, guys. Look at that stope up in there. Think of the labor and having to be up in there every single day. You come to work and you're up there on those on the scaffolding running between the support stalls with your jack leg and drill, just banging away, going higher and higher. I was never a hard rock miner. I was only a placer miner back in the 90s and early 2000s. But I've got, from what I've seen of my life of doing this hobby, I have so much appreciation for these guys that were hard rock miners. All right. So the reason it's this mine is looking kind of dark on camera is because it's just really dark material in here. Even though I've got every bit of lighting cranked up as high as it'll go, it's just sucking it in. Some mines are like that. Oh, by the way, we're at the 700 foot level. I'm guessing 1,000 to 1,500 feet from what I could see in the workings higher up on the hill. Ooh, big collapse. Big collapse here. Yeah, wow. Imagine standing right here when that came down. I'll bet it made a ruckus.
It's a big mess.
Sir, can you define the ruckus? Here you go. Let's give some perspective. All right. Yeah, it made a ruckus, all right. Look at that. Holy cow. So they had this all beautifully collared going all the way up here. Beautifully collared, beautifully timbered, and it just, groundwater came in, got into the wood, and this all came down in one big flump. But we still got mine to explore. All right, guys, come on. Laura, you can tell this one is progressively getting worse and worse.
Yep.
We got to keep our guard up on this one, especially with the amount of rotten wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's using up air. All right. Let's see if we can get over all this rot. Somehow. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to make a foothold for me. There we go.
There's some more non-family friendly graffiti off to your right.
I see that.
Uh-huh.
I'll show it to everybody, but there it is. Okay, so all right, we got one going to the right, and one to the left. Laura's breaking through all the rot. Look at how they had this all timbered in here. See that? They had square set holding this up, and now it's just all failed. Wow, too cool. Sure would have been neat to see this when it was brand new. Neat. I think I'm going to go right. We'll come back for the other side. And we've got a whole bunch of dynamite. Hey, what would be an abandoned mine without some unexploded dynamite, right? That's right. Right there. And so now we know it's confirmed. We're 40s, 50s, because see how it's in the cardboard box?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Always fun to see dynamite. What's in here? Oh, plumbing parts. Stuff like that. Do you want to play hot potato with the unexploded dynamite, Laura?
No, thank you.
I'll pass too. Okay. Pretend I didn't even mention it. And up here, I can see a can. And that's it. Oh, had a gimbal issue there for a second. Okay, turning around. Yeah, because I only have one camera. I mean, the other one still works, but it just broke off of its mount. I'm filming this with one camera today. Traditionally, I do it with two. I like redundancy, just in case you have SD card failure. Take a look at that guy. Isn't that neat? Look at how it's all just rotten and in a big pile of wood pulp now. One thing you never, as a mine explorer, one thing you never want to have happen is have a day like we're having today where you're working real hard just to get to the mine, and then you get all the way back only to find out you have SD card failure. Oh, that's just awful. A whole day shot. And that's it. That's as far as it goes. So we are about 900 to 1,000 feet into this mine, and this is where it ended. Okay, turning around. Well, this one had a little bit of everything. It had really nice supports here, square set timbering. It had unexploded dynamite, collapsed door chutes, and a helmet cam that just ran out of its batteries. All right. Oh. All right, so why don't we do this? We got more stuff to show you outside, so instead of keeping the cameras rolling, we're just gonna head on out. But if something pops up, we see something neat, we'll be sure to show it to you. But why don't we meet you guys back outside, and then we'll head over to that shaft, see what that's all about. Okay? All right, we'll see you over there. All right, guys, there we go. Back outside, safe and sound. Look at this thing. Is this not... All I can say is wow. Just wow. Look at the amount of work that went into this. Unbelievable. Well, I gotta tell you, I don't know what kind of truck that they were backing up here, but it must have been a big one. Because otherwise, why would you need it to be so high? If you're just gonna load in a, smaller truck, it might have been one of them, like giant earth-moving dump trucks that you see in the open pits. Might have been something like that, but this is over the top, guys. Wow. Okay, and over here, Laura found us our ride, so we're not gonna have to walk back to Bob. We're just gonna hop in here, turn the key.
Yeah, well, if you guys are wondering the road that you take, it is over here.
Right?
It's now a waterfall.
Yeah, you ain't getting in here unless you've got one heck of a modified Jeep, even far more modified than what Bob is. Nope. You're gonna need a true blue rock crawler. Okay, here it is. Here's our ride.
Hey, it's yellow like a taxi.
Hey, that's pretty sweet, All right, come on, let's get in. Ugh. Oh, even has a spring here. I don't quite fit in this one. Hey, it's like that large yellow recovery vehicle on Matt's Off-Road and Recovery.
Oh, the Morvair.
Yeah, that's right. No, not the Morvair, the one with the bigger tires.
Oh, the Wrecker?
The Wrecker.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can use this. We'll make our own, huh?
Yeah.
Start our own recovery channel?
Yeah.
What do you think? That's pretty sweet.
You might get more views than mine exploring.
Yeah, you're right about that. No lies. That's pretty cool. The old flatbed truck. Pretty neat. I like it. All right. How you doing, guys? What do you think of this old Ford?
What's the taxi fare to get out of here?
I don't think you can afford it. All it needs is a little bit of Bondo. That's it. Okay. All right, enough goofing around with the Ford truck. Over here, let's see here. Yeah, you can see it from this direction. Over here, big old waste rock pile. And I'm guessing a vertical shaft. Unless, of course, they're following the vein, but it looks like a vertical. So guys, we're gonna work our way. Look at how this turned into a waterfall. So we're gonna work over there. We'll meet back up with you at the shaft. Okay? All right, guys. Let's see you over there. All right, guys. Well, to truly appreciate the size and scale of this waste rock pile, I had Laura walk out there. So I'm guessing all this material is coming out of that shaft right there. And then I'm just gonna go ahead right now and pan over to where we just came from, which is right over there. The Ford truck is behind the bush. And then there's the ore chute right there. Up above is the portal we came out of, and then you can see higher up on the hill the open stopes as they worked those stopes up and out. So that vein traveled from over there to over here. It cut through the wash and went over this direction. I'm going to show it to you. Now take a look. You can see it on the side of the hill up there. See it? Clearly evident. Up to the left-hand side, you can see a support stull, and then the larger vein off to the right. So here's what was going on here. So rather than putting in an adit, they decided what they're going to do is they're going to drop a shaft, go straight down, and then cut left and right towards the area that we just came from. And if you can remember, when we were inside the mine, remember I pointed down into the winds? Well, there's a good chance that this shaft would have went down, the drift would have worked over, went underneath the wash and met up with that winds that we saw going that way. Yeah, exactly. So let's look at it from this angle. See guys, so imagine underground, imagine us going down this shaft and say dropping down, oh I don't know, 100 to 200 feet and then drifting over straight towards the mine that we just came out of over there, and then it would have met up with that winds. All right. So we got, Laura just threw a rock down there.
Need a bigger one, but that still sounded pretty deep just by that little one.
Does this have a manway or?
I couldn't get to.
It's not looking that way, is it?
You might be able to squeeze in over here.
Yeah. Hard to tell. But I can see we got power. We got power running down there. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna set the camera down because we can do this with the 360. Here. First of all, let me grab a rock. Laura's gonna tell us how deep it is. You can pick it up right there. All right. All right, be real careful. Right here. 360 should be catching us. Yeah, there you go. Point your camera. What do you see?
I don't see the bottom.
We're all in suspense here.
So far. Let's see if I can get my. Can't really get my headlamp shining there. I did a minute ago.
Yeah.
We'll do on the spot. This is definitely not the manway.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys can see. It's it was collared. There was some concrete over here. Maybe you can see it on Patty.
Yeah.
On the side, there was a. I'm guessing the manway is over to the right. The timbers are really rotten. It's starting to buckle. So let me throw this rock in and see if you guys can hear it. Here it goes. Say maybe 200-300 feet.
That sounds about yep, 200-300.
Oh yeah, it's starting to come apart.
Okay.
I don't know. Let me see if I can peek in here. You guys won't be able to see.
Oh, that's good enough. We get the gist.
Oops.
Okay, you be careful. I'm gonna go grab another rock. You watch out. That's that collar.
The manway is over here.
That's the manway?
It's the manway, but unless you're super skinny, you're not gonna. The ladder's right there, and then it's entirely plugged right here. Somebody threw I don't know if that's part of a vent pipe or it was a stove, but
yeah.
I mean, let me throw this rock down if I can in this little gap.
Yeah, that's 200 to 300 feet.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, guys. Oh, let me help you with this first. There you go. I heard the rock hit the very, very bottom.
Yep.
It's dry down there.
Mm-hmm. There's no water.
No water at all. Yeah. Well, that's just one that's going to have to stay a mystery because...
Yeah, getting by that, getting down that manway, you've got to be really skinny, and even then, it's pretty rotten near the top.
Well, and not only that, but to get all of our climbing gear here
Yeah.
would be just a monumental feat. All right, let's look around here. We got a bunch of scrap laying around. I'll just point the camera at it real quick. And over this direction. Okay. All right, have you come over here, Laura? Point the camera at me. All right, guys. Well, that's going to have to do it for this mine. That was pretty neat. I like this one. That was cool. That was worth... that was worth the hike down that steep hill. That was. Got a lot of exterior, neat exterior stuff to look at. I like the inside of the mine with the unexploded dynamite and all the rot. That was pretty darn cool. But most definitely what we have here is a 1940s or 50s mine site. Okay, well, there's some more in this area. Don't know if it's going to make it into an episode, but hey, since we're here, Laura and I are going to recon it, and if we do find something super cool, we'll make that into a Wednesday, or if it's really over the top, we'll make it into a Saturday. So guys, thank you so much for coming along on another adventure. That was lots of fun, and we will see you all again this coming Wednesday. Okay, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.